SXM Hits 1. I'm Ryan. That's Stan, Nicole, and look who's sitting right there. It's CharlicPuth.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Charlie.
There he is.
Old friends.
Welcome back.
What's up, man? How are you?
I was just telling you, it doesn't feel like work when I come up here. It really
that's
does.
good.
It's not work.
Right.
It's
You're hanging
nice.
out with your pals.
I'm
That's what
hanging
you're
out
doing.
with my pals.
I'm not
you
going to lie. Stan has been geeking for the hug all morning. I mean, he knew you were excited for it. We were excited to see it. We know that,
He gives the best hugs.
He does give a good hug, doesn't he?
I don't want to pump his ego. Can he? Is this on?
Wait, what makes a good hug to you? Yeah.
You give a very you put your soul into it, and it's like prolonged. It's not too long where it starts to get uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
It's
knowing that it's not like a whatever.
Right.
You care.
So what have you been up to? We get new music next week.
Yes.
Have you been, are you just waiting on this? Are you working on other stuff? Are you writing? What's Charlie been up to?
It's such an interesting time right now because Light Switch is climbing up the chart.
Killing it.
Thank you.
Dominating.
By the way. Thanks for playing it.
No problem. Love
And
you.
I'm, in the olden days, 4 years ago, you just let that song live on and then maybe you put something out like 9 months later. But everybody is demanding that I put out this next record called That's Hilarious. And I was going to put out something else, but I decided at the last minute to put the more emotional record out. And as I was explaining the meaning behind it on like some sort of Instagram video or something, I started crying.
We saw.
That never happens.
You
I don't
got
know.
very emotional about it.
Because I wanted people to know where the song was coming from, and that's just not a random song coming out. But I don't know why.
It's about a breakup, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, it's more about myself, of how I let myself surround myself with the wrong kind of people and how that affected me. So I'm more disappointed in myself, and I kind of put those emotions under the rug. I'm very good at hiding my emotions and putting them into melody because I feel like if you sing about it, it's like less, I can put like
Yeah.
a little jazz hands to it because that's totally in my music at all times. But I just realized, I guess, in that video that I had never really talked about, all that stuff that went on. And I'm happy that people get to hear a very personal song.
You did say that this was like one of the worst years of your life, and that was 2019. You said it just kind of drug up like all these like horrible emotions in this really hard time. And not to like make light of this, but did you ever think that you'd say this was one of the worst years of my life, followed by a worldwide pandemic?
I know it just got
Just got worse.
And that's what I thought initially. But then I used that time to refresh and think of a new way to put a song out and really put focus on what I was good at and showcasing that, which is producing a record. I never thought people would care so much about how a record is made, but now that's my whole shtick. Yeah.
So when you have a song like this that obviously gets you emotional, when you were writing it, you were putting those emotions onto the paper. 5 years down the line, when you're singing it, is it going to water it down over that time, or every time is it going to be that emotional for you?
Hopefully it's not going to be like me busting out into full-on tears when I'm doing like a private event in the future or something.
No, but does
for
that
like 10 people?
Does that get it out of you and sort of like release it, or do you still hold on to it the whole time?
I'll tell you, it's going to be really like when I eventually tour, which might be this year.
Yeah.
It'll be very hard for me to get through that with a dry eye. I'll say, but I think as the years go on.
Is there something annoying about the Taylor Swift effect that I feel like might be happening to you a little bit? I mean, I feel like one of the times you've come in, we discussed it. Is this song about so and so? Is this song about so and so? You now know that this song is coming out, and I see all over online, everyone's like, "Is it about this person? Is it about this person?" Is that annoying to you?
No, I mean it's not. I mean I put it out there. I would be hypocritical if I was like, humbug. I wish people would just give me some privacy. But I put myself out there, and because I want, but not for to get sympathy high fives or anything. I just want people to know that I'm human and I go through the same things that they go through. The only difference is that I just happen to put a beat behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling more eyes on me than ever, which is something I'm not actually used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
And this last weekend I was driving around and I was up a few channels. I had Diplo's Revolution on, and there was a different
channel.
There was a different version of Light Switch, and the thing, like, I was like, oh, Charlie's coming. I got to ask him this. So when like EDM DJs, like at a festival or just in general, do a remix of it, do you ever hear it ahead of time? Do they ever come to you, or are you just driving down the road going, whoa, what'd they do to my song?
Sometimes, but I think the one you're referencing is Tiesto, and I've been a big fan of Tiesto for a very long time. He's a legend. Yeah. And he texted me, just somehow got my number, and sent his version of Light Switch, and I thought it was very interesting. I was like, this is a lot slower than I anticipated, but I love that version.
Has there ever been a remix that sort of made you go, oh God, what'd they do?
Why'd they do that to my baby?
Yeah, kind of, especially when it was like a very emotional, like, right. You know, like kind of like Nicole, what is...
That's my purse. That's makeup. There's birth control in there. There's all sorts of stuff.
No, there's something like moving around.
Are you joking?
You got the mouse?
Oh, don't even.
The mouse? That's great. Love that you listen, Charlie. Love that you listen to the show.
I've got Avril Lavigne making fun of me.
Are you sure there's nothing in there?
There's no mouse in my goddamn bag. I hate everybody. Okay.
But I just want to...
Oh, it's a fake mouse.
You put a fake mouse in there?
Put a cat toy in, you little son of a... You. Okay, very funny. So you were just discussing with Ryan before how, Tiesto hit you up, he got your number and texted you, and you're like, oh, dude, you're a legend. Like, can't believe you're texting me. How often does that happen? Because I know that you collaborate with a lot of people, you produce for a lot of people, you songwrite for a lot of people. How often are they contacting your people, or all of a sudden you're getting a text message from someone being like, yo, so-and-so's texting
I mean, it never gets old. I rarely set up music sessions anymore through management. I just hit the artist up directly. Yeah. Like me and Calvin Harris are working on like 2 very, very cool things right now. And that's not a result of like, me hitting his manager and him. Like, it's just me calling him.
Cool.
Yeah. So he's such a talented guy. Wow.
Yeah, he is. Seriously.
I want to thank you for doing your TikToks because they're fascinating. It's almost like you display an anatomy of a hit. We've talked over the years and stuff like, but you doing these videos, it's like getting us into your mind. And I'm like, oh, that's how he yeah. Wow, Charlie. Yeah. And it's a joyous experience by watching you create this stuff.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you for doing it.
Of course. I just, again, want to, as cheesy as it sounds, I just want to inspire people and just show that everything has tonality to it. Everything can be made into a song. And then people take it upon themselves to tap glasses and make weird body noises and ask me what notes they are. That's fine. That comes with it.
I can do it.
I'll answer the question, but I never thought, again, that people would care so much about how a song, like the behind the scenes action of how a song like Light Switch was made. I thought that song was so silly that I just made it as like, oh, this will be an example of how a song is made on the internet. And then it turned to here I am out promoting it, and it's like it's a chart topping song. It's really cool.
Did you ever see a fan sort of like slide into the DMs and ask more specific questions technically about writing and things like that, and almost made you go like, wow, this person's got a future?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of producers and artists on TikTok that will say, like, especially because I put the stems out for remixers on Light Switch, and they were like, I really love that kick drum you used. Did you get that from a ba-ba-ba and a ba-ba-ba and a ba-ba-ba?
It's the mashup on Sirius XM Hits 1. Can you believe that? And Charlie, since next week your new song That's Hilarious is coming out,
right?
We thought we'd sort of dip into some hilarious things.
Wait, that is actually great.
Right?
Almost great time.
I know.
Almost great time.
Almost, but
I messed it up.
Oh, come on, Charlie.
So we want to go over some of the most hilarious things that have happened to you in your life. And so we're going to give you some subjects and see if you can recall some of the... So for instance, we'll start easy. The most hilarious text message that you've ever sent or received.
Probably the other day, Calvin Harris and I are on a health kick right now. And
I need to join, by the way. Just so you know, Charlie. I'll be reaching out.
Well, you don't want to join this diet because he sent me a video of him opening his freezer, opening up a beef testicle, which is apparently very nutritious.
Right, I'll pass.
Yeah, it's very nutritious apparently.
Okay.
But he sent me a text message. Make sure you eat your testicles, which I thought was pretty funny.
High in protein.
Okay, the most hilarious thing that you've ever done while drunk.
Oh boy.
Let me count the ways.
I think Probably sang my own songs in karaoke, which is breaks my heart. Like that
awesome.
I did. Yeah, not if you heard it.
All right, how about the most hilarious thing that happened in the bedroom?
Ooh.
Most hilarious thing that happened in the bedroom.
Probably my own music coming on.
Okay, what song?
Just pop it on?
Tell us
Yeah,
just
what
tell
happened?
what song.
Just, like, see you again.
Yeah, what a downer that is.
Which is weird because it was totally not on the playlist. But
What's the most hilarious product you've ever been asked to endorse?
ooh, I don't know if it would be fair because I probably, I think. I don't know if I should say because I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, can you say like what it is without saying the brand? It's okay if you can't.
It's just the issue is that you're gonna know.
Okay, all right.
We'll skip.
All right, we're gonna skip that. What about
I
the
got
most?
love for every brand. Pay that mortgage off.
The most hilarious fan gift. I'm sure you get so many random things from fans. Has anyone ever given you something that you were like, huh?
Same brand.
Brand. Less hilarious and more touching and creepy. Actually, not touching. Very creepy.
Okay.
I received a notebook with my name on it. It was like Charlie's notebook, and they filled all of details about a blank notebook. I'm like, okay, this is weird, but I'll take a blank notebook. But they wrote all details about my life in the notebook, so you can't use the notebook. It's like I already know all this stuff about me. I don't need to know that I was born in Long Branch, New Jersey.
I lived it.
I lived it, and I don't want this.
Oh my gosh, you just bring us joy. Can you just
Really?
never leave? Honestly, you do.
Have me, give me my own little channel.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
We'll just play Light Switch over and over again. This is the new. Where's Alex Tier? 24 hours of Light Switch channel. Channel 24.
Well, we've got to wait a week, but before we go, is there anything you want to tell us about That's Hilarious before you go?
It is one of the most painful, hardest songs I've ever had to write, and I'm usually a pretty whimsical, no pun intended, hilarious guy. But this is the song that started off my album that will come out later this year, Charlie. And it's one of those moments where I was just by myself and didn't really have anyone around me, and the song just kind of fell out of me and was a result of overthinking things for 2 years. So I'm very excited for people to hear it, and it absolutely bangs when you play it in the car.
Okay.
Yes.
Love it. And the new album's called Charlie.
And the new album's called Charlie, and thanks for playing Light Switch. It's going up the charts, which makes me very happy.
And you heard it here first. He's going on tour this summer.
Yeah. Well, it's more like he's going on. So I think so.
Allegedly.
We don't know. We'll see. Word has it.
Charlie, thank you so much.
Thank